Trust your gut instinct. Now, this is not the same as when you get a feeling about something. A lot of times people kind of conflate that experience of having a feeling about something versus your gut instinct. Now, if you've ever been in a situation in life where this gut instinct is kicked in, you'll know what I'm talking about. But let me kind of explain a little bit more about it. Now, I've been very privileged and very fortunate in my life to not experience this too often, but I have experienced it a few times where my gut instinct kicked in and I ignored it. And pretty much every time that that's happened before, I've gone on to live with the regret of it. Now, it's hard to explain without having, if you haven't kind of experienced it. But the feeling of your gut instinct kicking in is not, it's not the same as a feeling or an emotion. Feelings and emotions can kind of get entangled. Coming from the psyche and coming from the mind, it can be tricked, it can be kind of swayed. This is not the same as that, as when you have like a feeling. Your gut instinct is when you're getting a signal of some kind, normally from kind of outside things, so whether it's from like another person or the environment or an animal, wherever it might be. But when that gut instinct kind of hits and you kind of get that sense of something, not a feeling, it's more like a sense. And you'll know it when it happens to you. Don't ignore it. And I haven't looked up on any studies and stuff that kind of like prove like gut instinct, but we've evolved over thousands of years, and we're all animals. At the end of the day, we all come from the same ancestors. We've all got some kind of base shared mechanics in terms of like biology and whatnot. And the gut instinct is probably connected to something in our survival history as a species. So, whether that's like watching out for predators or, potential enemies, whether it's just, heightened sense of things, so if you've ever been out, say out in the forest or out in the middle of nowhere and it's quiet, your instincts and, your senses start to kind of like get like quite finely attuned. You're listening out for things and kind of scanning the area and whatnot. But however it actually works, I'm probably going to do another video about this and get some more research around it. But I just say this, on my experience, when your gut instinct is telling you something, there is something to it. Now, I'm not saying it's 100% right, but it's different than when you get a feeling of something. When your gut instinct is kicking in, listen to it. It's something within your kind of biology, something that most people probably never really understand how it fully works, but it's very, very real. The gut instinct, when it kicks in, shouldn't really ignore it. It comes up in situations that tend to be very either like high stakes or scenarios where something bad could happen, and those are especially the times where you don't want to ignore it. You want to at least investigate further. When that feeling comes up, investigate further. Try and see is what you're picking up on grounded in anything. I wish the few times where it kicked in for me that I'd listened, and I promised myself now from now on, if I ever get that sense again, if my gut instinct really does kick in, I will listen to it and I will at least investigate and follow it. Just don't fall victim like I did to ignoring your gut instinct. Much different, like I said, much different than listening and going off of a feeling. But when your gut instinct kicks in, just be aware. Thanks for watching.